Now, winter is a season that asks us to turn inward, to reflect, to renew, to make space for what's new. In today's movement practice, we're going to focus on clearing our mind so that we can make space for what's to come in the new year. So I invite you into a comfortable seated position. And as you settle onto your mat, bring your spine up nice and tall, your crown reaching towards the sky. You can rest your hands on your thighs, palms down, up, or you can bring your hands into Anjali Mudra, whatever is most comfortable for you today. I invite you to gently close your eyes or soften your gaze and just start to notice your breath. Don't try to control it. Just notice it. Is it filling all of the spaces? Is it shallow? Come to your mat to start to observe. We're going to begin to deepen our breath as we work on a 4-part breath. So we'll be inhaling for a count of 4, holding for a count of 4, exhaling for a count of 4, and holding for a count of 4. This is a wonderful pranayama to help you clear your mind, to be fully present and just focus on your breath. So clear out everything that you have in your lungs, all that stale air, with a great exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And hold, 2, 3, 4. Continue with your breath, focusing on the breath and the count. Coming fully into this space. We'll take 3 more breath cycles here. On that last exhale, roll over your knees and come to tabletop. Wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Press into the pads of all 10 fingers. Round into those feet and engage that core. On your next inhale, drop into a cow. And then to your cat. I invite you to close your eyes in these poses and just focus on the feeling of your body moving through space. How does it feel? Are there any places of tension? Are there any places that feel juicy? Let's take 3 more rounds of breath in this cat and cow. And after this last cat, curl your toes under and press into your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Maybe you walk your dog, pedaling out your feet. Maybe you shift from side to side. Maybe you come up to your toes and sink those heels down. As you settle into downward facing dog, imagine any tension that you're holding in your body just rolling off of your back, down your arms, into your hands, and into the earth. Take 2 more rounds of breath here. And on that next exhale, pull that knee towards your chest. Bring that right foot in between your hands and lower that left knee to the ground. Now, if you need to pad that knee with a blanket, go ahead and do that now. And then let's lift up into our low lunge. Bring your arms up overhead, opening up that psoas, allowing any tension in those hips to just melt away. Bring your palms of your hands together, bring them to your heart center. We're going to do a little bit of a twist here. Bring that left elbow to the outside of that right knee, pressing into your palms. Twists are a wonderful way to allow tension to melt away. And as you settle into this twist, imagine any tensions, any stories, any experiences, any emotions that aren't serving you any longer to unravel. Your next exhale, unwind here. Bring your hands down to the mat and come back into your downward facing dog. Notice any differences in this down dog than the one that you just did.
On your next exhale, bring that left knee towards your chest and step that left foot in between your hands. Again, lowering that right knee. If you need padding under there, please do that. And then lift up into your low lunge. Stretching into that front thigh. Releasing any tension. Anything that is no longer serving you, let it go. Bring your palms together and bring them to your heart center. We'll twist to the left side, bringing your right elbow to the outside of that left knee. And again, allow any tensions to unravel here. Feel the energy shift. Making space for renewal. Making space for new experiences, new stories. On your next exhale, unwind. Bring your hands to the mat around your foot and step back into our downward facing dog. If you want to pedal here, go ahead and pedal a little bit. Move those hips from side to side. We store so much in our hips. Allow them to loosen up a little bit. On your next exhale, draw that right knee towards your chest. Step between your hands. Spin that left foot down. Let's move into a warrior two. Make sure that you can see those toes on that right foot. If that knee is falling in, engage those glutes. Pull it back. Look over the middle finger of that right arm. Warrior two is a pose of commitment. It's also a pose that allows us to move forward as we honor what's brought us here to this point. We're going to do a little bit of a dance with this warrior. So on your next inhale, straighten that right knee and bring those arms up towards the sky. And on your exhale, move back into your warrior two. Move this with your breath. And as you do, on your inhale, think of what you can gather that will serve you as we move into the new year. And on your exhale, find something to let go. Do 2 more rounds here. Cartwheel those hands to the ground and step back to your downward facing dog. 2 breaths here as we settle into this dog. Pushing those hips towards the sky. On your next exhale, draw that knee towards your chest. Step that foot up between your hands. Spin that right foot to the ground. And let's come up into our warrior two on this side. Again, make sure that that knee is pulling back so that you can see those toes. Your torso is centered. Your arms are reaching. Your front arm is reaching forward. Your back arm is reaching towards the back, remembering what has brought you to this point, honoring what has brought you to this point. As you look forward towards a new year, on our next inhale, let's dance this warrior. Straighten that left knee, bringing those arms up. Again, gathering anything that will serve you as you move into the new year, as you move into new experiences. And as you exhale, let go. Let go of that tension. Let go of that argument. Let go of that disagreement. It's not serving you. Two more full rounds here. Let's cartwheel those hands to the mat. Step back into our last downward facing dog. Notice here, how is this one different than any of the other downward facing dogs that we've done in this practice? Are your hips feeling looser? Are your arms feeling stronger? Are you just tired of downward facing dog? Your next exhale, drop your knees to the ground. Shift over to one hip. And come into Dandasana, staff pose. Move that flesh away from those sit bones. I have a little bit that needs to go. Engage in those legs. Pull those toes back towards you. Stretch them out. Our poor little feet get crammed into shoes, especially in the winter, where we're always putting boots on, shoes on. Lengthen that spine. Pull that crown of the head towards the sky. On your next exhale, hinge from your hips, trying to get your heart to those toes. Holding on to your thighs, your calves, your feet, whatever's comfortable for you. Hold here in a nice straight spine, just a minute. And then round into this forward fold. Forward folds are calming. They ask us to stop, to take a breath, to turn inward. I invite you to take 2 more deep breaths here. On your next inhale, walk those hands back up. With nice, tall, straight spine. We're going to move into legs up the wall. Now, if you have a wall, bring that hip right up against that wall. Turn and bring your legs up the wall. I don't have a wall, so I'll be doing my legs up the wall on a bolster.
And even if you do have a wall and you would prefer to do waterfall, I invite you into this pose as well. So we'll bring you either get yourself settled with legs up the wall or come onto your bolster. Lower yourself down and bring your legs up. Legs up the wall, waterfall is a wonderful pose for a new perspective. Our feet are always on the ground. They're always supporting us. They tend to move us forward. So it's nice to take a break and let them just be in a different position. Be in a space where you're not moving forward, where you are allowing yourself just to sink in, to soften. Let's take 2 more rounds of breath here. On that next exhale, bring those knees into your chest. If you're up against the wall, roll over to one side and push yourself away from the wall. If you're on a bolster, bring your feet to the ground. Move that prop away from you. And just come to your back. And allow it just kind of soften in. Come to a nice neutral position. And as we move into our final pose, Shavasana, I invite you to put more layers on, to grab a blanket. An eye pillow would be nice if you have that. Whatever makes you most comfortable. Settle in. Allow those heels and those toes to just fall outwards. Intentionally choose whether you want your palms up for receptivity or down for grounding. Breathe into this space. Let the clarity of this practice sink into your bones. We rest for the next 5 minutes. Begin to deepen your breath, coming back into this space. You wiggle your fingers, your toes, roll your wrists and your ankles. Stretch from fingertips to toe tips. Bring your knees into your chest and roll over to one side, coming into a fetal position. Resting your head on that lower arm. And as you're ready, push yourself up to a seated position. Come back to an easy seat. And on your next inhale, circle sweep your arms overhead, palms together, and bring your hands to your heart center. I want to thank you for taking time today to practice with me, to honor the season of winter, to find some clarity, some focus, and to make space for renewal. If you enjoyed this practice today, I would be honored if you would like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know how this impacted you, how you felt after this practice. And I hope that you move forward with your day with joy and peace.